Okay, today we're looking at the Rainbow Mountain Stone. We're going to do a next episode on that. Seeing more and more colour coming through. Zoom in to show you. Seeing more reds on this side in my thumb. Seeing some lovely goldy and some pink there, and green and blues and yellows and reds. More up here as well. Really nice bluey gold flash there. And we've seen more specks of colour up here, and more in the face here, and more around here in this divot here. See that like neon blue there, and more around this side as well. Sometimes hard to see. Quite a bit on this side as well. So I'm reminding people of this stone. Quite a nice lot of colour on this heel here. It's a bit gemmy. And there's more on this side as well, which is nice. It's a little more sus on this side. You can see these kind of pin fiery dots of colour. Again, we're going to be focusing on this side. And then later on in the video, we're going to go back to the Lamborghini stone, which is here, which has got obviously some nice colour on it. I didn't really want to use the Dremel on this because there's a bit of uncertainty over some of the sand in it. So I want to go a bit slower, at least on the back. On the sides, it's showing promising colour in different places. And then on the Lamborghini end of it, got some colour on this side. And then some stuff here as well. So, but first we'll do the Rainbow Mountain Stone. Going to be using a worn down 800. I think that's enough. We'll do about maybe 3 passes. And then we'll go back and take a look at what's changed. And then we'll move on to the other stone. Then we'll maybe flip back to the other side of this stone and we'll try in a few passes if I have the energy. I haven't been feeling that well. There's a lot of flus and viruses going around at the moment. So midway, let's see, has anything changed? Get some water off this. There's a bit of water on it. Well, we did a pass then. I don't see. There's a bit more up here, a bit more green, but it's not as much as we have seen, so possibly because there's not much light, as much light on it. There's definitely some red, nice red on this side. More towards this end, which we haven't been seeing as much. Right, let's do another pass here. A bit more rubbing. Because we want this to, exhibit more of that telltale colour we've been used to seeing from this beautiful stone. Just get some water on it. Yeah, there's some nice green there. It's been there for a while though. Does anything emerge? That blue's quite nice in that crack, if you can see it. Well, this colour seems to be extending, which is nice because it's beautiful gem colour right there. Still seems to be a little bit of water, apologies. We'll do a bit more of a pass here. gonna have a quick look in the goggles actually. Just bear with me for a second. Get the gem goggles out. Just to see if I can see anything different. Okay. I think I'm going to need a little bit stronger paper. Let's see what else we've got here. 600s. Go with the 600. That's coincidentally, that's what we used in the last video. And we did actually see some nice improvements every pass we made. So maybe that's the difference. Maybe that's the rub. Are we seeing anything now? Anything new? See if we can get a bit more light on it. This seems to be widening by my thumb here. Oh yeah, this colour's broadening here. Green there. Wasn't there, it was more bluey. So that's interesting. Whoopsies. The lamp seems to have collapsed on itself. Sorry about this. Right, anyway. One more. I'm going to go a bit harder on this section because I do actually believe there is colour behind this. Let's get it a bit wet. Right, let's wet it, and then now let's see. Might even need to go down a notch. Okay, some more colour emerging. More though. Right. The rough 120. Now this is much rougher. This is much rougher, coarser. I've got to be careful I don't chip things, because this will take off the layers. This section of the stone, I don't mind that, to be honest. Oh, there's someone at the door. I'm going to pause the video 1 second. There's Amazon, a whiteboard that I'm going to be using for another idea I've got. Anyway, let's get back to the stone, because we were making some progress, weren't we? I believe. Do we see any difference? Not much, to be honest. I'm even on the 120, so maybe this is like really deep into this ridge. Might have to be quite a bit of work done here, and maybe actually the Dremel might be better here, because this could be quite a lot of sanding. Apologies if you can't see what I'm doing here. I've also got, I know I've got some other opal around here. I've got the black opal, or it's more potchy opal than black opal, but so apologies for that. My desk isn't as clean as it could be. Yeah, I think this might be a candidate for the Dremel next week, certainly in that particular area. Yeah, it's a little bit frustrating. I was really enjoying the last videos where every pass I was making, colour was emerging, but it hasn't been that way, certainly right now anyway. Let's go a bit bold here and put the 120 on the centre and see what happens. I won't press very hard. I want to see something happen, so Right? Right, let's give it a bit of a wash. And see where we've ended up. Oh, I can see something. Oh, I can see some red in there. Let's see if I can get my... Oh, where did I put my pen? Oh, sorry, folks. I've been feeling a bit under the weather and things have got a bit out of sorts here. Let's just see if I've got a device. I can point using this, actually. Just hold on a moment. They say on the radio, if the silence is death. I hope it's not the same for this YouTube video when I go quiet. Anywho, I thought I saw some red here. Yeah, in this little line here. See if I can zoom in for you. There we go. Yeah, and I saw, there we go, spots and spots of red around this crack line, which have emerged. There we go, there's the orangey red and some cool pinky purple greens below it. That's quite cool. Yeah, there's quite a lot of like reddy blue as I twinkle that between my finger and thumb. So that's emerging. Yeah, and there's more colour here as well. Blues and greens. So that was quite a good pass, to be honest. Quite a good little rub with the 120s. Maybe that was a good idea. It's always good when it works out, of course. Have we seen any movement on this side? Not really. There's still that nice rolling flash there that we're getting from that crack. It'd be nice to see that open up. So I think that's the candidate for the Dremel in a future video. Right, we're going to move on to the other stone now. Because we are. because we are. We're going to go with the 2500s. Because it's sensitive. Yeah. The thesis is there's red beneath here. You can sort of see it. The problem is ready gold. You know, how much sand is there? Every time we do a pass here, we get more and more sand, which is just disgraceful, really. It's hard to know sort of how deep that goes. I mean, you can sort of see lighter coloured sand here. So, you know, maybe if it does follow that line, it's possible that there's quite a lot of sand there. Equally, there's quite a lot of sand towards this end here as well. So, this again might be a candidate for Dremeling. Because of the makeup of the back of this stone. Nevertheless, we'll keep going with it. Yeah, there's definitely colour there. It's whether there's more sand there or not. I'd be reluctant to lose that colour. I wouldn't be the first person to have lost colour when playing with opal. Because it is beautiful colour, isn't it? This bluey aqua. Really, really pretty. I really like it. Just trying to get more of it, really. It does look like it might be underneath here. So let's take the smallest piece we can of this sandpaper. And let's just work on that bit for a second. Just to see if we can coax the sand away from the blue, or indeed if the sand covers the blue, then we've thrown the dice and it's come up a 1. But you never know. Could come up a 6. Well, let's just wash this off and see where we're at. Actually, looks like there's even more sand. So on that occasion, we've come up a dud. It's disappointing. I was hoping there'd be more blue underneath there. It looks like there could be. But it could also be quite a bit more sand. Seems to be I've uncovered a little bit of colour here that wasn't already there. Quite happy with that. I actually do think this is a candidate for light Dremeling. And just getting over, kind of just getting to it really and seeing can we expand this colour or not and see what happens and just do it big on over a session or two. I'm going to move on to this side. I like the colour here. I think it's got potential. So I'm going to work with this. I don't think the 2500's sort of strong enough for this. I think I'm going to go with something slightly more abrasive. Let's have a look. 2000 is not enough. 600. That sounds about right. And we're just working on that corner of this Lamborghini stone, just to see if we can coax any more colour out of this kind of inlay corner. I tend to believe yes, that we can, but I'm ever the optimist. I think you sort of have to be if you want to be in this game, and even as a hobbyist, you're still spending money buying these rocks and stones, and they don't come cheap. I mean, they may look cheap if it works out, but if it doesn't work out, it just looks like many hours of labour for, you know, for nothing. Let's have a look. Oh, it looks to me like it's expanded, which is great. Yeah, that's certainly got bigger. Wicked. Happy with that. We have a bit of a win for today. That's definitely a win. Do a bit more actually. Sorry that you can't see me. Excuse me. Sorry you can't see me doing this in every shot. If I was pro, I'd probably zoom out a bit. There we go. And then you can see me at my trade. Diligent viewers will know this isn't my full-time profession, as probably can be evidenced by the fact I've got loads of rocks and everything's a bit slapdash, but I don't mind that. As long as I see the colours, I don't mind. Let's have a look. Have we opened anything up here? I'm going to zoom in actually. It seems to be better than bringing it close to the camera for some reason. Well, that's interesting. We've actually... Oh, I thought for a moment there was sand, but I think it was just water. But yeah, it looks like there's more colour emerging. And look, there's some colour on this shoulder part there. There's some nice bright neon yellowy green. And this is opened up as well, so that's exciting. So as we lose potentially some spots on the back, we're getting quite a bit on the shoulder of this Lamborghini stone, which I'm excited about. There's a spot of colour here on the other shoulder of it. And of course this beautiful majestic face. Look at that. Let's see if we can get a bit more colour out of this. Always my heartbeat stops when I think there's loads of sand and it's actually just a bit of rock or clay from a previous rub. So we'll do this side. There we go again. I haven't zoomed out. We'll do this side just to see if, you know, the majestic front of it can, you know, can be enhanced. And then we'll take one last look at the whole stone. Once again, I'm sanding away my desk here, which is made of wood. So at some point hopefully I'll have some opal to show for it, and not just no opal and no desk. There used to be a freelancer platform called Odesk. Maybe it was named after somebody that tried to do some opal cutting and rubbing and just sanded away their desk. Since they've renamed their platform to Upwork, which some people may know. Anyway, let's hope my desk survives. Well, that colour's looking pretty good. It's getting to be kind of bright aquamarine on the face. That's a bit of a gift for today. And is that colour there on the bottom? Oh, nope, it's just a bit of rock. Apologies. But there's definitely some nice aqua blues there. Do you see that? Beautiful. And there's some colour in this kind of lighter clay sandy colour. So there might be some opal in there, which is good. See those spots of green and blue? This light up here does actually turn most colours blue and green. I think it's tinted orange or something. So it might be turning some of the yellows more green. But anyway, it's beautiful, isn't it? So that's what's emerged. We had a bit on this little corner and some nice colours on the face here. And then on the shoulder, we've really expanded that colour profile, which is great. Really great. There's promise on the other shoulder as well, which is good. I did Dremel this down actually, and I did just, in the previous video, there you go, there's some green there. That's promising, because this was very sandy, and I Dremeled it down in my last Dremeling session. I didn't spot the green there though, so that's promising. We could have something there. And of course, we played around here. I hypothesized there'd be more blue here than there was. Actually, there's more sand that's coming through. However, the red that I thought was there is sort of there with a kind of rolling gold section of that back. And I suppose the prognosis of the back of this stone, or the bottom of this stone, is to probably use a rotary tool, like a Dremel on it, maybe in my next session. But overall, I'm really happy with the way this is going. You know, we're having colour on all sides, the shoulders on both sides, the front and the face, and the bottom as well, and the back as well, as I said, with that green, which I can't seem to find anymore, but it is definitely there. So there we go. So it's been a bit of a win for that stone. I wouldn't say so much for the rainbow stone. It's been a little slower today than I would have liked, to be honest. We haven't really seen that much progress, or not that I've noticed anyway, unless you guys are spotting something that I'm not. So less progress there, which is okay. It's a 20-minute video, or it's more than 20 minutes. Still, there's been signs, you know, I pointed out earlier, there's rays of red coming up here, which are very hard to see. There's pockets of colour emerging at the height of this stone. So it's there, it's just probably not coming out right now. It's a bit watery. But the Lamborghini stone, loving it. And you know, we're getting some of that cool colour coming through, that cool blues and greens and yellows. So, yeah, okay. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. And, you know, I really enjoy making these videos. Definitely, if you want to help out the channel, then consider subscribing. That's the sort of thing that motivates me. At some point, I think both these stones, I expect to yield some gems at some point. If not, become really cool. If not, become really cool kind of statement pieces, potentially, if there's loads of colour in them. I'd be ashamed to cut this up, especially as there's fossils in this. You can see, for those that haven't noticed, there are shells in here. So it's a part fossilised Croy nut boulder opal, from Australia, of course. So if we can keep it together, we will. But you can follow the journey of this Rainbow Mountain stone on this channel, and of course the Lamborghini stone as well. And you will have noticed there are some other stones in the background, such as this black Lightning Ridge. Looks to be mostly potch, but there is a spot of colour in it. So we'll be looking at other types of opal as well. Hope you've enjoyed this. To keep following the journey, to motivate me to chase the rainbow, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next upcoming video. Take care. Cheers. Bye.